Okay, so here's the deal. Next weekend is my Savage race. And so I'm going to take today as my last chance to do a OCR style workout. I know there's no sandbag carries, there's no bucket carries in Savage because I've already done 2 of them. The workout I'm doing now is more to get me geared towards my goal of doing a Savage race this year. But that being said, just because I'm training, the reason I'm doing these exercises is to help me get to my goal of doing a Spartan race this year. So yes, I get it. This isn't a Savage race training, but it's good for the goose, good for the gander, right? People can make the argument that Savage race is a little bit easier because they don't have the heavy carries. So this helps me with the Spartan. It should definitely help me with the Savage. But today we're going to switch things up a little bit. I'm going to bring you guys with me on the carries. We're going to take up the tripod today and put you on the headset, and so you can hear me struggling and dying, and I can get used to having this on my head because that's the goal for next weekend. So hold tight, and when you wake back up, you'll be on my head. That sounds weird, but anyhow. But before we do that, I like you. Got some ultra fat nut butter from our friend Vinny Tortage over at No Sugar No Grains LLC, and he told me these are actually great for this sort of thing. So I am going to drink one before we start. This is the only second time I've tried these, and we'll see. It's kind of like eating warm peanut butter, but there's no peanuts in it. It's got coconut, almond, and vanilla with a bunch of other stuff. It's supposed to give you energy, but more importantly, that natural fat is to prevent you from getting hungry where you want to snack on stuff. Not to mention the calorie counts in it. We're looking at 247 calories. Has fat, potassium, calcium, magnesium, and all that good stuff. But anyhow, when you guys wake up, you'll be on my head. Okay, last time you guys couldn't see what I was doing, so hopefully this time I have a better angle because it was way too high last time. So we're going to aim it down just a little bit more now, just to see where we're at, and hopefully you guys can see me run. Let's go do a half mile, shall we? It's kind of nice to do these little half-mile runs, especially after running 3 to 4 miles or more straight. Even though today's supposed to be a recovery day, consider these little half-mile jaunts recovery. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do, get a hit of Gatorade. We'll start out with the sandbag. Get used to carrying some weight before I just go pick up 76 pounds. What are you doing? Huh? Carrying heavy stuff. Yep, it may be windy during the race. You never know. You can't just work out when it's perfect conditions. Okay. My knees and ankles are sore from all the running I've been doing. So I think I might slow down my half-mile runs, but anyhow, here we go. Oh yeah! So what I understand, because I'm by no means an expert at this, you want to rest the sandbag on your shoulder blades, kind of on the nape of your neck, but obviously not on your neck. This helps to distribute the load to make it more like carrying a backpack, opposed to carrying 80 pounds on your biceps. But I would be lying to you if I told you your biceps don't get sore. Now I don't know, I haven't researched it yet. I have researched the distance on the bucket carry, which is 200 meters, which is why I go this way. Because if I go down to this stop sign, to the curb across the street, and back up to my neighbor's house, it's like 1,400 feet. That's roughly about 200 meters. Maybe a little bit over, maybe a little under. But no one ever said I was good at math. My right bicep is still sore. About 2 months ago, I was doing some push-ups at work. Didn't do any warm-up, and I've hurt something in my right bicep, and I've gone easy on it since then. When I bench press or do push-ups, I would favor my left arm, but it's even still sore right now doing a sandbag carry. This sandbag has gotten a lot harder since I first put it together. It's like carrying a cinder block now. Halfway home. I might drop it on the ground just to break the sand a little bit. Of course, I'm trying to do this, and Kid Rock's Only God Knows Why is playing in my head, which it isn't exactly a high anger, piss me off, let's get going, lift some weights, struggle some bit music. This is more smoking cigarettes and drinking whiskey music. I'm trying to skip ahead. Oh, there we go. Actually, I'm carrying with my left arm and my shoulder blades now. I'm trying to rest my right elbow. Just that 10 seconds straightening out my right arm made a huge difference. Going 2 35-pound dumbbell carries. So it's roughly the same weight as that bucket. It's just distributed over my body through dumbbells. Spend your life searching for more. Afraid to leave, afraid to show. Trying to carry these without closing my hands all the way. Doing like a loose grip, but having the weight resting on my palms, the outside of my palm, inside of my palms, which are facing towards my head, and the back weight's resting on my shoulder. So the weight's distributed, but I don't have to try to carry all of it with my hands. Straight carry. Up shoulders. I'm gonna cut it short. I'm gonna be able to make it to my neighbor's house. But if you put into consideration the turn to the storage space in the garage It's about the same distance, not counting the comeback. And after doing that, and a half-mile run, there's nothing.
Every time you come around, every time you return, see it in your tired eyes.
That's my normal track. Obviously the view is nothing compared to the River District track.
What is it, if I got feet of clay or something? It's not under the pool, it's just over the lawn and in the birch grove. It'll be lovely now. Help me.
Find yourself
Did some research. Back in the day in the Spartan races, when they had to fill up your bucket and got in a lid, you had to carry the bucket down here. Once they put the lid on it and provide with pre-weighted, pre-filled buckets, now you can carry it on one shoulder. The only caveat is the lid can't come off and you can't spill your contents. So me putting on my shoulder is legal. Here we go. Almost done, come on. Almost done, come on. There's nothing wrong with talking to yourself to get you to a tough spot. Come on, keep pushing. Let's go get this last half mile. I'm almost at 3 miles. I'm gonna cut this short. My body's hurting. Getting a blister forming on the back of my foot. And I don't want to risk any semi-long-term annoyances before my race. Okay, 3 miles. We're on to 3.2. So we can call it a 5K. And we're done.
This has been a Digital 410 production.